Inventory, housing inventory. You know, I love talking about this. It just hit the highest level since 2020, okay? They say, the records say that over 54% of listings sat unsold for 60 days or more last month, the worst November since 2019. So it's not about high prices or mortgage rates. It's really a breakdown between like sellers' expectations and buyers' reality. So if you're buying or selling or just watching this market, you need to understand what's going on here. So stick around because this is the Real Deal channel and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on and how it impacts you. Because I can remember back 7 years ago or whatever, the average days on the market was 140, okay? So big difference. They're worried about 60 days, so what? And as usual, please comment. I love to hear what's going on in your market, what's happening for you, any stories you have about inventory. So I like numbers. I love numbers. I feel like they just tell a story. So let's start with the numbers, the data. Data doesn't lie, okay? So in November, yes, the active listings climbed 12.1% year over year and 0.5 month over month. Now that's the highest level of inventory since 2020. I said that before. Well, it sounds like a really good thing, right? Well, more homes on the market means more options for buyers, right? But there really is a twist here because a lot of homes are just sitting, they're just stale. They did nothing to them, they're priced too high, and there's just no one wants to buy it. Is that your house? Now, over 54.5% of listings last month sat on the market for at least 60 days without going under contract. I said that before. Do you get that number? Well, that's up from just under 50% a year ago. So if you want to put that in context, this marks a clear slowdown compared to the frenzy pace we saw in 2001 and early 2022, but those just weren't normal years. We call them the unicorn years, okay? They're just not normal. So you really can't compare to that. Let's just compare to like back to another normal year. So during the unicorn years, houses were selling in days, sometimes hours. Now the average time for a home to go under contract in November was 43 days. Now that's the slowest November since 2019, but it's still not bad. But why does this matter? Why am I bringing this up? Because stale listings, listings that don't sell, they signal more of a deeper issue. Buyers aren't going to bite over your house that's not staged right and not priced right. They do that either because the price is too high of how it looks, right? And mortgage rates, of course, they're a little daunting themselves right now. They don't reach the buyer's expectation. So the market's not really cooling, it's just stalling in the ways we haven't seen in years, and that's fine. That's normal, okay? We're back into a normal market. So why are these homes just not selling? These homes are just not sold. And the first thing I can think of right now is I've taken over 6 listings in the last week of overpriced homes without any staging. So pricing is a huge issue right now. Sellers are just holding on to the idea their home is worth these pandemic era prices, even though the market has shifted. I was talking to one of my realtor friends in Portland, Oregon, and she said to me, Diane, homes in our area, $650,000 and under range are attracting the most buyers' interest. And here it's about 500 and under. It's a little bit different. But even in a competitive price range, homes are lingering because sellers are overpricing them. So not only in the high-end market, but also in the lower-end market. And what I always say, the second thing, besides pricing, is what? Staging, condition, presentation. Condition matters, guys, more than ever. Buyers today, they're discerning. They're not just looking at price, they're looking at value. They want to just put their stuff down and go back to work and play. You know, homes in great condition and priced competitively are still selling so fast, often in 3 to 5 days. I just sold one this past weekend it's going to end up about $30,000 over list price, and I had over 15 offers because I priced it right and I staged it wonderfully. That's why. Also, I'm a great negotiator, so I got the price up. But I only did that because I was able to I can only negotiate for my client if the home is priced right and staged right, right? But homes that are outdated, need major repairs, or priced too high, not my kind of listing, they're the ones that are just sitting on the market for months. You make so much less money by doing nothing because buyers aren't willing to compromise, especially with the high mortgage rates. They're already stretching their budget. And let's not forget the psychological impact. You know, buyers are real cautious now. They're reading headlines about a market crash. And you see it all over line, right? On YouTube, watching mortgage rates rise and wondering if they should wait for a better deal. So they're cautioning. It's kind of creating like a feedback loop where even homes that are fairly priced are taking longer to sell because buyers are just hesitant. They're just hesitant to make that move. They just don't want to get stuck buying something that's too high and then getting stuck with not being able to pay for it. So where is this the worst right now? What areas? Let's go into regions that are really getting hit hard. Florida and Texas are on the top of the list, okay? Miami, there's 63.8% of homes listed in November sat on the market for 60 days or longer. Wow. There's Fort Lauderdale and Tampa, for example. Orlando and then Austin, Texas. They're just not far behind. They have about 60% of the listings lingering unsold. What's driving this? Well, in Florida, it's really a combination of factors. There's high HOA, there's soaring insurance premiums, and there's a constant threat of natural disasters and hurricanes and all that kind of stuff. It's just giving buyers a little bit of a pause. Florida, for example, has also, though, been building more homes than any other state because the demand is there, which might seem like a good thing, but it's really created a little bit of glut of inventory in that market that's not been able to be absorbed right now. And I see that all around. Now, Tampa, for example, they saw a 12.3% year-over-year increase in stale inventory. That's the largest gain among major metros. Texas, same thing, particularly in Austin and San Antonio, when they had such a big increase in prices there. They had overbuilding during the pandemic boom. It just led to a real big oversupply of homes. These markets were really hot once, but they're kind of cooling down now as buyer demand slows down in those areas. But not every market is the same. Where is it better? What's going on with those areas, right? Providence, Rhode Island, 38.2% of listings were stale in November, the lowest among the top 50 metros. Milwaukee, Montgomery County, where I sell real estate in Pennsylvania. San Jose, California, also have relatively low rates of unsold homes. Yes, in our area, it's hot. Everyone asks me what's going on in my area. Philly suburbs are still really hot. So what makes, like, for example, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, different than Florida? Well, one, affordability, and two, stability. Affordability and stability are the two things. Buyers in this area, they feel confident about their investment because homes are priced reasonable, and external factors like there's no natural disasters here in my area, or high cost of living. It's a good cost of living here in the Philly and the burbs. There aren't much of an issue here. So these are the kinds of markets where homes are still selling at a healthy pace because the balance between supply and demand is more, I would say, in check. So if you're thinking about buying, these markets are worth considering. And if you're selling in one of these areas, now's the time to capitalize on a relative strength locally here. So what does this mean for buyers and sellers? What should you be doing right now? Let's start out with sellers. My favorite, I work 100% with sellers. I have my whole team that works with the buyers. If you're thinking of buying or selling, let us know. Our information's below. Subscribe to my channel for more great information like this. Let me know what's going on with you in your area. I'd really like your help in growing my fan base here, or my Real Deal channel. So let's, like I said, start with sellers. So if your home isn't selling, call me. It's time for a reality check. I am taking over, like I said, just this month alone, 6 listings that were not sold. But, they're just coming right to me and saying, listen, I was the expired listing queen. It's all in my model home mindset book that I was the expired listing queen when I first started. So this is something that I do. I need to find somebody in your area. I can help you find somebody who's really proficient at selling homes that didn't sell. Because if you're one of those, you have to understand why it didn't sell and what to do to make it different once your home gets presented back on the market, okay? Because pricing your home correctly is more important. The days of just throwing a high number and you're expecting to get multiple offers, it's not happening. You have to do your homework and research, and you really need to be working with an experienced agent to make sure your home is priced to sell and staged correctly. It's not just about pricing, because you can price a home, but it looks terrible, then you're just going to get so much less money. The most important thing is presentation. So paint your home. Let's get a fresh coat of paint, and make sure you use my color, Baby Fawn. Check out my paint color video. Minor repairs, professional staging, whatever it is, it can make a huge difference. And I have a whole video of what you can do for presentation. If you don't have that link, just check out my videos, my whole playlist for home sellers. How about you buyers? What are you going to do? I think it's a chance for you to be a little strategic, because high mortgage rates, they might seem like a hurdle, but they're also keeping competition down. So I would say look for homes that have been sitting on the market for a while. These sellers are more likely to negotiate. So your realtor can find out about that for you. And don't forget, you can always refinance down the road. If rates drops, you can also buy your rate down right now. There's some great buy downs. And if you're a realtor, your realtors out there, it's a moment for you to shine. Your clients need you to guide them through this complex market. That means sharp pricing, strategies for sellers, and expert negotiating skills for your buyers. You have to create value for your client and have an unwavering commitment to get deals done in a challenging environment. Get these things done for your client so they have a happy experience, so that they'll introduce you to other happy customers. So that's why I kind of got together this channel. I create the Real Deal in Real Estate channel to give you the truth, no fluff, no sugarcoating, because the market's changing. You need to adapt, whether you're buying, selling, or just trying to make sense of it all. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe, and also drop a comment. What's going on with your market? What are you seeing there? Are homes selling fast? Are they just sitting? Let's talk about it. And remember, I'm here to help you get through this market with confidence, whether you're buying or selling or investing or just really want to plan for the future. I love planning. I love planning. I need you 6 months to a year in advance if you're selling or buying a home. That is the best thing, because you want to make sure you make most of this your asset. So let's keep diving into these issues. Come back to my channel, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.